David Moyes was forced to turn to two unfit Everton players from the bench in order to earn a draw against Leeds. The Scottish boss saw his side booed off at halftime on Monday night, lucky to only be 1-0 down. Sign up for the football newsletter. Thank you. David Moyes was frustrated at needing to use two unfit players off the bench for EvertonCredit, Reuters. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall and Jarrad Branthwaite came on as subs against Leeds but weren't ready to play credit. Shutterstock Editorial. He brought on Jarrad Branthwaite and Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall much sooner than hoped in a bid to change Everton's fortunes. Moyes, 62, replaced Harrison Armstrong and Dwight McNeil at the break, bringing in two senior players only just off the treatment table. Speaking afterwards, Moyes admitted, "My plan was not to use Jarrad as early as this, or Kiernan, because Jarrad's probably not played for 8 months. And Kiernan could have probably played 45 minutes, but the idea was not to." Read more football news. So it wasn't as if these boys on the bench could play, they couldn't, but I thought they made a big difference when they came on. The change worked as Everton had more of the ball and eventually equalised through Kiernan. It earned a point for the Toffees after James Justin had out Leeds ahead at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, crashing in at the back post to score. Most read in football. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. Everton's lack of coordination and quality before the break almost cost them as former striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin hit the post from close range. A much better performance after Moyes' team talk did the trick, with Barry forcing a good save from Leeds keeper Carl Darlow before nipping in to score at the near post. It was a game of two halves at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Dewsbury-Hall was involved in the build-up to the goal as Everton limited their visitors with Branthwaite back in defence. He has been out with a hamstring injury since last summer and was making his first appearance of the season here. Dewsbury-Hall was taken off in the 2-0 defeat at Chelsea prior to Christmas and hadn't been fit enough to make a matchday squad until Monday. Their introduction rejuvenated Everton, and Moyes' men almost took all 3 points late on as they struck the bar. Moyes analysed the game, saying, "We were really poor in the first half, and it was very difficult to put your finger on why and how, because we were set up for the game and realised how big a game it was for ourselves. But in the second half we got more control, controlled them better than we had in the first half, and in the end got a goal from it." Recommended stories. I think we couldn't quite contain Leeds at times in the first half as well as I would have liked. We knew what they would do and how they would play, but we weren't able to sort of make it work. Comments.